Welcome to this Sunday Gospels reflection. A blind man went to visit his friend in the next village, and his friend gave the blind man a lighted lamp as he said goodbye to him. But the blind man, refusing to receive the lamp, said, "I don't need this lamp, dear. I will use my stick to find my way. Nights and days are similar to me." His friend said, "Keep it with you. It is not for you, it is for the others. If you carry this lighted lamp with you, others can see it. Then they will not collide with you." The blind man started his journey carrying the lighted lamp with him, but on the way there was a storm. He waited under the tree and resumed his journey after the storm. Suddenly, a stranger coming from the opposite direction collided with him, and both of them fell to the ground. And the blind man shouted angrily, "Couldn't you see the lighted lamp in my hand? Are you blind?" The stranger replied, "I am not blind, but your lamp was not burning." The light had been snuffed out by the storm. And as the story says, the light is not for you. The light is for the others. How hard it is for us to understand this truth. As soon as we are entrusted with anything, we immediately make it our own. The thing becomes just mine, for me alone. It does not even cross our mind that what we are offered in life, what we receive, is not just for ourselves. The blind man thought that since he was blind, then the lamp was of no use to him. No lamp can make a difference for him since he was blind. But his wise friend knew better. The light will help you because it will help others to see you in the dark, and so avoid bumping into you, and hopefully help you find your way. This little story may help us to understand why there is still so much gloom and darkness in our world. We humans are constantly bumping into one another, hurting one another, because in our blindness, not only we will not see the others, but we don't believe that the others can see us. This is the darkness of fake and false self-sufficiency. We do not realize what a difference it makes for all of us if we shine the little light we are given for the sake of others and not just for our own sake. Helping others is actually the best way of helping ourselves. And I will add, it is the only way to help ourselves. This is the topsy-turvy way of genuine and authentic love. When we see things just from our own little point of view, we get locked up in our own little world. What counts is just what we feel, what we think, what we believe, what we need. We simply do not see the others, their feelings, their beliefs, their needs. Life becomes just about us. And this is the darkest blindness. Yet we know that we cannot survive on our own. We need others, so we seek those who we think live and act and think like us. We feel safe with them. On the contrary, those who are different from us, well, they frighten us. So we see them as competitors dangerous threats. This is the source of wars, conflicts between nations, races, religions, neighbors. If they are not like us, they must be a danger to us. So let us eliminate them so that we can survive. And the world turns into a violent jungle where only the strong and mighty think they can survive. This is the dark blindness of humanity. The first Christian communities very quickly fell into this kind of blindness. For St. Paul, seeing all this division in the first church, cried desperately to bring them back to Jesus and the gospel. I urge you, brothers and sisters, in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ, that all of you agree in what you say, that there be no divisions among you, that you may be united in the same mind, in the same purpose. Each of you is saying, I belong to Paul, I belong to Apollos, I belong to Cephas, or I belong to Christ. Factions, divisions, partisanship. All this made each little group of Christians think that they alone were the only true and faithful followers of Christ. From the very beginning, the first church was already divided and split by the differences between us and them. And Jesus gave up his life to be the real light that can overcome this darkness of our self-centeredness, our divisions. His dream was and remains that this light will one day shine on the whole of humanity, that they may all be one, he prayed, Father, as you and I are one. He is the light Isaiah spoke about. The people who sit in darkness have seen a great light. On those dwelling in a land overshadowed by death, a light has arisen. When will political parties, nations, cultures, religions, genders, people having different abilities, disabilities, discover? When will we all discover that we can only be truly ourselves if we carry our own light for the sake of others, so that all may find their way? It is only what we lovingly give to others that is really and deeply our own. The little light Jesus entrusts to us will leave us in total darkness if we do not offer it up and give it to others. Goodness is never a possession. Goodness can only be a free gift. Let us concentrate on the giving so that our poor world, lost in so much darkness, will one day see the great light. Lord, help me to keep that little light of mine shining in the darkness around me, until one day, as Isaiah has foretold, the people who walked in darkness will have seen a great light, and those who dwelt in the land of gloom, on them a light will shine. May this little light of mine shine around me. God bless you, and thank you.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Jesus is the light, I'm gonna let him shine. Jesus is the light, I'm gonna let him shine. Jesus is the